Greetings, punks, goths, metalheads, herberts, herbetters, Martians and subterranean folk. How you're all doing? My name's John and welcome aboard. Well, today we're in Tintwistle and I'm going to go for a nice woodland shaded walk today because we're at the beginning of a heat wave, and I thought I'd just get out of the very worst of it by going through some nice woodland. I've not been here for a while, so I'm looking forward to it. So should we get going? Yeah! So just to show you where we are today, we're just right near Armfield Reservoir, which you can see there. And I'm going to walk round this because at the back of it, where all those trees are, that's Swallow Wood. And that's where I'm going to be going today on this walk. So thinking about it, I'm actually near Devil's Bridge as well today, so I might have a wander down to there. I think so. With it being a heat wave, it's really hot, and I've noticed for the first time it smells a bit today. We're near a reservoir and the water treatment plant, and I've never noticed it smelling. Why does it smell more in heat waves everywhere? So I must admit, in very hot weather like heat waves, I do like being near water too. I don't know why, I think it's comforting. Might be like a primitive survival thing at the back of our brains, but it's always nice being near water in a heat wave. Right, so we're just getting into the woods now, so I should get a bit of a coolness rather than the intense heat a moment ago. So instantly cooler. What I like about woodland, it's sort of got its own microclimate. So I've seen a lot of campfires around here. Whatever happened to leave no trace, eh? Huh. So looks like we need a new sign here. Swallows Wood. Sadly, this is one of the only woodland places in the area, so, you know, it has been a bit neglected by the look of it. So we're just coming up to one of the many fords in the area. It's really shallow today, so easy to cross. So it's a really nice bit of woodland, this. It's actually a nature reserve as well. To me it has quite a Jurassic feel. And, you know, for me, in extreme hot weather, it's a bit of a sanctuary. I used to have a low tolerance for really hot weather. I don't know how some of you people abroad in hotter countries deal with it, but I certainly wasn't cut out for it. I do prefer it to all the constant rain we've been having, I must say. And you know, if it does get extremely hot, I always come places like this anyway that are a bit cooler and a bit sheltered, so it's not a problem. So we've got an old boarded up building coming up. I'm not sure if it was a cafe or tourist information centre or public toilet even. But it's just sad when there's things that were public and for the public that they're no longer in use. I don't know what it was to be sure, but I'm guessing it was a public building. So, got a few benches coming up. I think I've sat here before. It's a nice spot for a bit of forest bathing, so I think I'll have 5 minutes. So when I was saying earlier about it's a bit neglected, you can see there's actually more benches here and they're just totally overgrown. Looks like they were put here a long time ago. Sad really, because But it would have been really nice when it was much clearer and, you know, there's more places for people to sit. Gets a bit darker and denser, the woods now. I love it. There's something very calming and relaxing for me about being in woods, and I think for a lot of people that's why they have forest bathing. I think it goes back to our ancient roots as a species. I think, you know, this was our natural habitat. So it's only natural that it's going to feel good to be in it. So I just noticed a really nice message on this bench here. And it says, "Blessed be my much loved friend, 1957, Alison Isley, Detox to 2012. It says, "Deep peace of the quiet earth to you." What a lovely message. Now, one of the things that I've noticed today as I'm walking through this forest with you guys is the nature sounds are absolutely beautiful. I mean, it would be a bird watcher's paradise here, but the sounds of all the different birds and animals, it's really noticeable. I don't know if it's picking it up on my microphone, but yeah, it's lovely. Again, it's another very natural thing, the sounds of nature, the sounds of urban life, of all the traffic and stuff in the cities and towns. It doesn't suit me at all, but these nature sounds are perfect. And of course, with this walk being near the reservoir, we've got all these interesting water features, bridges, streams all running down off the hills into the reservoirs. That's really nice, that one down there. So we're actually not that far from Devil's Bridge now. Shall we have a walk up to Devil's Bridge today? Yeah! So we're going to come out of the woodland into open country for a little while now. So we're out of the shade of the trees back into the open, but it's actually not bad at all, seeing as it's a heat wave. It's a nice breeze coming down off the hill, so it's pleasant. So got a nice bit of pleasant open country now. So we're at Tintwistle, not far from Glossop, Seven Falls. And on the other side of the hills, Staley Bridge, where I live. Do walk it sometimes back home from here. So we're just over this stile here, if I remember rightly. So as we come down in a moment, you'll notice there's a wooden bridge at Devil's Bridge, but that's not actually what's referred to as Devil's Bridge, I don't think. I think that was fairly recent. Devil's Bridge is actually, I think, a rock formation where you can ford over the stream. And, you know, there's a lot of names of the devil in this area, devil's this and devil's that. So usually predates Christianity, going back to pagan times. Everything was called, you know, the devil. and yeah, it's probably something to do with Celtic folklore, maybe a Celtic water deity, I guess. But we'll go and have a look at it anyway, and as traditional, I'll try and cross it today. So here we are at Devil's Bridge. That's the modern footbridge going over the stream. But I think Devil's Bridge predates that by a long time. And I think it's referring to this point here, where you can see there's like a rock sort of natural bridge where you can ford it easily. And the same a little bit further down. You've got rock crossing, so you can cross the stream over the rock. I think it was this little bit here. Actually quite pleasant. It's a bit slippy, but I'll try and cross it. So here we are, crossing the Devil's Bridge. Oh, really easy today because the water's low. And we're over. So I think this could be the perfect place to wrap up today's video. So until the next video, don't forget, be different, stay weird and stay free. Bye now.